virus, unruly mind, science, road, virus, unruly science. Now it's time to be righteous. Yo, them tell you to get in the yard. Them tell you you can't fly abroad. Babylon is a play bad card. Children of Jah, time to go hard. Get on you to the new me a call for. Divorces of the Lord me a sponsor. Rockefeller. Conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah. I'll strive for ruler. We are just in the holy name. Stronger than bazooka. Always been a joker. Hot like fire. Them buy them Luca. Russell salute your demon. I will slew your stop the street. Now my like Lura. Corona virus. Unruly mind. Say them on. Corona virus. Unruly mind.
Can you imagine? I know that there are almost 200 times more chance of getting an adverse event from the HPV vaccine at the age of 12.
They try to make me a drug dealer, but we still put me on the Anita. And put Babylon to the speaker.
Imagine what it's like that I am a scientist, I'm a meteorologist, and I know that vaccines can make people sick. But I'm also a mother.
Put you all in a spell.
And if you didn't know what I knew, you would have trusted the government. You would have trusted the doctors. You would have trusted the regulators and the media. And why we're here today I can tell you they have reached that. They put out a leaflet to say that vaccines have been safety tested. Have they been safety tested? No. They tell you in a little leaflet the only thing that's going to happen if you get vaccinated is a little swelling. Is that true? No. You can get multiple sclerosis. You can get juvenile arthritis. You can get anaphylactic shock. You can get allergies. And when I've been talking to the parents, there's about 12 different autoimmune diseases you can get. And the girls that get them, they get all of them together. So that we're here. Is anyone here a parent? Is anyone here an aunt, an uncle, a cousin? Is anyone here a grandparent, a neighbor? We are here to say that the truth will win out. They can't keep hiding it. The truth will win out. So what's really going on? I want to say about this coronavirus. I just finished a report I've been working on for 2 months. And I want to honour about 20 people in Ireland, including one of the barristers here today, Martin, and all the people at home like Howard and Tracy and Dave and Finton, they all know who they are, and Eamon, because we have come together because we've been working for the doctors and the Department of Health and the General Register's Office and the Chief Statistics Office. And not me, but other people have been using this notice of liability. And we were writing to the doctors, Department of Health, and saying, who is signing the death certs? Okay, because to solve this problem, this is a global problem, you have to actually lay the problem down at an actual doctor who is a person, or the minister, or the Prime Minister in Ireland, Micheál Martin, or Boris Johnson. So we were writing in saying, who signed the death certs? And the doctors were saying, it's not us, go to the Department of Health. The Department of Health was saying the General Register's Office. But it turns out in Ireland the responsibility lies with the coroners. And those coroners, there's an act, and if they don't do an autopsy and they don't do their job and question a diagnosis of COVID-19, the coroners can go to prison. And the crime is malfeasance. And in the UK, it's 10 years in prison. So also, all of you, if you're a parent and your teacher is saying that your child has to be tested for temperature, your child has to wear a mask, your child may have to get a vaccine permission, then you can actually charge the teacher. You can put a notice of liability this weekend, and if they do it, you can hold them to account.
Yes.
So you can write your own notice of liability or search for one. It's very simple. If you, teacher, are putting a mask on my child, I will do it. We have a letter, yeah? And we will put it on where we have World Doctors Alliance, and we also have different organizations. But with that letter, what we've done in Ireland, people have written to the coroners, and they were telling us the deaths, sadly, were 1,700. But we have been writing since May. And now, in the last week, the Chief Statistics Office in Ireland has come because we laid the responsibility at their door. And they said the total number of people that died in Ireland of coronavirus in November, December, January 2020, February 2020, and March 2020, guess how many people? Zero! 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 So all of this legislation, this public health emergency that Boris has brought in, and Matt Hancock, and Priti Patel, who's going to call the police if you have 7 people in your back garden, it's all based on a public health emergency. How can you have a public health emergency if 0 people die? 0. And what I will be saying to you is, Ireland and England, Wales and Scotland, we're all in the same region. So in the coronavirus peak is between December and April. If nobody is dying, official statistics, then the legal basis of the public health emergency is not there. End the lockdown. Freedom and truth. Freedom and truth. So what we have to do to end this, all of you are here. So one of the things, the main things you have to do is to imagine a world where politicians actually did what they were supposed to do and make our lives better. You imagine that? Remember the politician that you might have admired? And then in your mind's eye, you have to say, well, we are going to register for elections, and you are going to stand for election, or you're going to build a network of people from your county here today. And we are, or the other thing you can do is with your MP, get 500 people to sign and recall those members of Parliament. Recall Boris Johnson. Recall Matt Hancock. Recall Priti Patel. You have the power to do it. And you don't have to, one message is, don't waste your energy on trying to wake up people, because there's a Native American expression, you can't wake up people that are not asleep. You can't wake up people. So that principal knows that it's wrong. The restaurant owner knows it's wrong to track and trace you. The good police here on duty, they know in their hearts and souls what they're doing is wrong. And it's simply not good enough. It is not good enough for a restaurant owner to say it's the guidelines. It's simply not good enough for a teacher to take the temperature of a child, to force them to wear masks, because they are psychologically undermining them. Where are the doctors? They're here, but where is everyone else? Where are the doctors, the psychiatrists? So what you can do, you can write a notice of liability, you can write to your members of Parliament, you can try and get Boris Johnson recalled, Matt Hancock, Priti Patel, because those people are not working for England, for Wales, for Scotland, for Ireland. They're working for themselves. They are betraying you. They are cowards. What they are doing is treason. They are killing people. They are psychologically damaging children. And I am calling again that if they are instigating the lockdown one day more, they have to we are supported by people we know like Robert Kennedy, Julie Mikovich, Sherry Tenpenny, Andrew Kaufman, Dr. Stefan Lanka, and someone who I really admire, the lawyer Rico Gelati, who is supporting us. And I got a call from Heiko Schroeder, who's the organizer of the German inquiry in about 3 million people on the streets of Berlin. And we are working together. Heiko is planning a march in Berlin. He wants 10 million people. 10 million people. We are also supporting a group called ISO-FIA, or Sophia, and together with my group of 12 countries, we now have over 30 countries, including Ireland, the UK, Germany, Argentina, Uruguay, Peru, Mexico, New Zealand, and we are working together to share information. But with Rocco Gelati, with Josefina from Spain, and I hope with Heiko in Germany, we're going to set up an international tribunal, an international court, and we are going to hold people to account. And next week, we are publishing my report and call for a public inquiry. But I am personally going to be holding the Irish Prime Minister of Taoiseach, Micheál Martin, to account, and the Health Minister, Seamus Donnelly, because like in the UK and Ireland, they've shut down the hospitals. So that means hundreds of people are not getting cancer diagnosis. People with heart attacks are not going to hospital. The elderly are isolated in the care homes, and they are psychologically damaging the children in the schools, the next generation. So there are 0 deaths in Ireland. We have to be whole